At inception, MEFMI was created to assist African countries in the Eastern and Southern African region to have the capacity to analyze their debt problems and then also find solutions. At that time, debt, especially foreign debt, was a major problem for all the countries. And it was increasingly evident that most of the countries did not even know how much debt they owed, what type of debt, and which was the best debt stock they could have, and so forth. So in the creation of MEFMI, that was the sole purpose, actually. For the first 3 years, they were just dealing with problems of how to resolve the debt problem, how to understand the debt numbers, and so forth. After that, it was found that it was necessary for MEFMI to continue with this work, because debt is a continuous process even after you have received the relief. But at the same time, it was found necessary to expand the scope of MEFMI's work by including macroeconomic analysis or management, as well as financial management, because unless economies are properly managed, the debt problem will continue recurring. You have seen that since countries started managing their economies properly, growth has returned to Africa. And I think whatever has happened, much of the growth that we've seen in our countries is because there's been an improvement in the way we manage our economies. I can assure you that MEFMI has been very active. We have worked with countries apart from debt. We organize courses on macroeconomic management, monetary policy, reserves management, the supervision of banks. All these are key issues. You don't see so much of bank failure now compared to what was happening before, because the central banks have improved the supervision of banks, both on-site and off-site. And this, therefore, helps them to see a problem bank when a problem starts to emerge, and therefore they can take the necessary measures. But also, when there is a call from a member country to have a specific intervention for them, like go to a central bank and understand their capacity needs and design programs for training staff, we also answer to that. In fact, increasingly, most of the activities of MEFMI are now concentrating on in-country programs where we respond to specific requests for capacity building by either ministries of finance, central banks, ministries of planning, or related institutions such as statistical bureaus, and so forth. But for me, the satisfaction of the members is expressed by the support, the financial support they give to the institution. When MEFMI was established, member countries used to contribute 40% of the financial resources required for its sustenance. Today, we are talking of about 70% of the financial support is coming from the member countries. The number of donors has reduced, and all of us at MEFMI are confident that today it's possible for MEFMI to stand on the resources from its African stakeholders. And we are trying to expand that stakeholder group to include also the private sector. Every country is sending that same message. Private sector is the engine of growth. So if it is indeed the engine of growth, we want to work with that engine of growth, see what we can do to help them also build capacity so that they can deliver that growth without fail. "40 years from now, we hope we will still have a very strong, a much stronger MEFMI, MEFMI which will have touched more lives than currently. We hope that at that time we have also fully engaged the private sector. But even our current client, we hope that we can be able to touch them in a more profound way than we have been doing so far. And in this regard, we are looking at technology. We want to ensure that we start online courses, e-learning. We want an e-learning platform where instead, currently, for instance, when we run a regional course, we can only take 3 participants from each member country because it costs a lot to get air tickets and things, to keep them in hotels and so forth. So starting from next year, we have agreed that some of the basic courses that we run will be run on the e-learning platform. so that if a country wants to have 20 of its citizens to participate, they can do so rather than just have 3. So which means we'll reach out to more people. And then for the more advanced courses, we can have the face-to-face traditional way of doing things that we've been doing so far. We believe that that's the way to go, because after all, e-learning now has embraced most modes of education. So that's why I'm saying that 20 years from now, MEFMI will have touched more lives than we have done in this gone by 20 years, because we will be operating in a manner which will make it possible for us to provide capacity building to as many people as possible.